Bam, we're live. How soon? How soon? Like today or tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Oh,
this morning maybe.
oh my goodness. Would you come with kids?
Just Riley, I believe, and she would get handed over to the Hardys.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, bring Rhett. The boys are excited.
Okay.
They had sniffed it out before you left that you might be back.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I came here to meet with the Letchfords.
Oh, how did that go?
Good. Good. It's good seeing them. They're little kids. Their babies got big.
And how did the building of the wall go?
Good.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, we're just talking.
I love it. Hey, there was a subject I wanted to bring up that it's gotten a lot of attention. I think you know a lot about it that I don't think a lot of people know about, and it's the Trump 34 felony thing. And I was looking into it today more because I've been one of those people that every time they say he had 34 felonies, I'm like, okay, like what he carjacked someone and then he robbed a bank, and you know what I mean? But it's not like that at all, as I'm sure you know. And I went to a CBS News article and I was looking at it. And basically, he had the guy. So basically, he slept with a girl and he didn't want her to talk, right? So he was going to give her money not to talk, which is no different than someone saying, hey, you slept with Trump, we'll give you money to write a book about it, right? It's just he's just in the game. He's like, hey, I really don't want you to talk about me having sex with you, right? Is that a fair characterization of it?
Yeah, of course.
So he gives her the money, and it comes from. Feel free to interject anywhere you want. And he pays from his own personal bank account when they say he should have paid from his campaign bank account. Correct?
He paid from. Did he paid from the campaign bank account?
No, I think he paid from his personal account, and they said that he should have paid from his campaign account because they accused him of paying her to avoid it becoming a campaign issue. That's what's bizarre, right? He paid from his own fucking.
And it would have been a legitimate campaign expense.
Yes. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, I think the whole thing is absurd.
Well, it gets even more absurd.
I know. I mean, we all lived it. Everyone saw. I don't think I don't think. I don't think anyone's confused by this issue. I think the people that have another claim are just generally confused and not by this issue.
Well, here's the part that's crazy about the 34 accounts.
They trumped up charges against him.
Yeah.
In several state and federal jurisdictions, hoping to keep him from being elected, whether that required imprisonment, embarrassment, or they were sure it would work on a whole bunch of possible fronts. And that was all done to protect democracy. Because otherwise he was going to get elected and did. It's the Orwellian double speak, double think. It's insanity.
CrossFit.
We've got to charge this guy with something, so that he doesn't get elected. Because if he's elected, that'll ruin democracy.
Not gonna lie, Sevan, these glasses are kind of gay. Not kind of. What do you mean? I was just giving two dudes handies simultaneously right before. These are my. So I'm trying to figure. You want to find out what the 34 crimes he committed, and this is where it gets really crazy. In total, he owed Michael Cohen $450,000 for all the work he did. The reimbursement of the $130 for the payoff plus his time, right? And he paid him, for the most part, in $35,000 increments. A one-time payment of $70,000 and then $35,000 a month, right? That seems fair. That's a big bill, right? $450,000. That each one of those felonies is each time he paid him for the same thing. It would be like going to buy cocaine from someone, but you paid them in 3 payments, and so they gave you 3 fucking, even though it was the same batch of cocaine, and they gave you fucking 3 felonies for paying the drug dealer 3 separate times for the same bag of cocaine. These 34 felonies are all for the same fucking crime, but because he made them in 34 installments, you know, he has 34 felonies. It's fucking insane. It's insane that the media reports it like that.
What has you interested in this today?
Well, because of Letitia James, I went down to. I'm just trying. Did you see what they're trying to get her on now?
Yeah.
She lied about where her primary residence was. She lied about one of the properties she bought was 5 units instead of. She claimed it was 4, and that gave her some sort of tax reduction, right? And then she lied about who she was married to. I guess on one of her mortgage applications, she said she was married to her Pat. Oh, quit it. Great question, Greg. Oh, shut it, Pat. She said she was married to her dad, and so she's lied on her mortgage application, right? 3 different times. And so I was thinking, what's the? And I assume that they're going after her, right? Yeah, I would assume that they're like, yo, bitch, now we're in power. We're going to fuck with your shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's full retard what they went after Trump for, let alone to keep saying it. I mean, I hear it every day.
Is this new to you? Is this news to you?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, will you next have a revelation about the proceedings in Georgia and then in Florida?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
what I'm saying is you're 2 years behind on the news.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just don't think most people know. I think when people hear 34 felonies,
people that think he committed 34 felonies, I don't think they depend on fact for their belief. I don't think their belief is fact-based.
Well, they just accept.
They don't want to live next door to Taylor Swift and not be able to come over and hang out. It's entirely a cool thing. It's just a cool thing.
Like every protest I see, it's like, you know, like at the Tesla dealership, someone's holding up a sign that says "President with 34 felonies."
Bob Dole used to keep a card in his pocket. And some reporters and he'd take it out and look at it. And I think it was like the Lord's Prayer on one side and the 10th Amendment on the other. And he wouldn't, what card? He wouldn't talk about it. I don't know what you're talking about. He wasn't going to pull the card out of his pocket. And his views, he was a very private man with his views, a principled guy. And for the left to have a principle without a sticker or a flag or a saying or a slogan or a shirt or something to identify is a wasted principle.
Mm.
It all feels good in the expression, and it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to, you know, it's on a completely different plane.
So it's all virtue signaling. It's like the cowboy thing that the analogy you often bring up. They put on the chaps not because they're cowboys, because they need it.
The real cowboy does not put chaps on and do pirouettes in front of a full length mirror, and then change chaps and pants to another one and look again and do pirouettes in front of the mirror. None of that. The real cowboy might not own a mirror. It's not about how you look. And by the way, we'd see those guys in Wyoming. I mean, you'd see a state highway come to a stop while 4,000 cattle are being driven across the road with dogs and hard men on horseback. It was pretty fucking cool. I've got some video of that.
Sevon drinks soda. That's why he's behind. I had a Diet Coke or 6 last week.
we witnessed some amazing things from the COVID response and cover up to an attempt to overthrow an election with fake criminal charges, all in the name of democracy. As a rule of thumb, those that prattle on incessantly about democracy are stupid. The outstanding feature of our government is not democracy. It's the Bill of Rights. That's the heart of it. And what does that give you? Democracy? No, it gives you freedom. It gives you liberty. And we've said it here before. If I had to live in some kind of fucking kingdom, but was guaranteed, or a dictatorship, but I was guaranteed a right to assembly, speech, property, search and seizure, all those safeguards that we're protected to protect us, and look through the amendments, the 10 amendments to the Constitution. Look at the Bill of Rights, and which of those gives us a democracy? Not a one. What do? They protect us from democracy, idiots. They protect us from democracy. Our founding fathers had two overweening fears. One was democracy, and the other one was state religion. Democracy's A and B deciding what C should do for D. It's also a distinctive feature of socialism.
What did they think would happen? What did you say about religion? They were concerned about
state religion. They didn't like the government and religion tied together. You could lose all of those rights in a democracy. And we're close. We've got about close to half the people in this country think that certain viewpoints you shouldn't be allowed to share them. We've seen this on matters of public health. The focus on hate speech is to end free speech. Know that.
And there's a conflation going on now on campuses. Would you say it's a conflation? Meaning the U.S. government believes that Jews it's not a safe place for Jews. And so they don't want to fund what's going on campuses. And now people are saying that their First Amendment rights are being taken away because you can't scream on a campus, "I hate Jews," while blocking the entranceway into a classroom. And you have an admin telling Jews, "Hey, today's not a safe day for you to come to school." What do you think about the Harvard thing?
I think I understand that half the students at Harvard are in some kind of remedial education. That is taking high school courses, half of them.
Like that new math course, beginner's math course they introduced for the first time ever in Harvard history?
My assumption is that in the name of diversity, equity, and inclusion, that students were admitted by standards other than academic achievement. And it creates an environment where you'd like them to be able to read and write by the time they graduate. And so you have to engage in a panicked remedial education. And I think those same students are easily fooled into saying stupid shit. And even roused to violence and anger and tears. It's all a fucking circus of emotion.
Jeffrey Birchfield, everyone knows and no one cares anymore. No, actually, almost no one knows, I bet you. I bet you could ask 20 people on the street and they wouldn't know the 34 felonies, what they were.
Oh, yeah, dude, everyone that voted for Trump knows he's a convicted felon.
But I don't think that they know that the 34 counts are just based on the fact that he made 34 payments to pay off. I don't think people know the true absurdity of it. I would think it's 90%. Most people know, Sev. No, I don't think so. I don't think this crowd knows. I don't think so. Oh, you got outed too. Greg also drinks soda.
Our friend was, see, I'm going to say this without giving anything away or anyone up. A small-time drug dealer in Florida was known to federal agents as being small fry in a chain of that led to someone that they were keenly interested in. But he was also assessed to be too small to even fuck with. Like, you know, he was half legit, family man, young, was buying, using, and maybe distributing some, but it was, and even 2 up, 3 up from him was still small fry, people with jobs still, and you know. And then U.S. Attorney's Office came in and fucking arrested this guy. But what they did is they gave an informant a big old bag of blow and had him go around to this guy and offered to sell it to him at an unbelievable price. And then left, and then the bad guys came in and took their drugs back, and the headlines were Kingpin arrested. And our friend, the federal agent, was incensed. They're gonna put this guy away with no parole, and he's cheese dick nothing. All kinds of people, you give names, this guy, getting to the guy they wanted. They made this guy a kingpin with their dope. And so he talked to the defense attorney and said, dude, put me on the fucking stand. Put me under oath and get me to talk. And he did. He queered the case. It's no kingpin.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did.
What did the guy end up getting?
I don't remember the full outcome, but
sounds like a good dude. Sevi, if I sell you heroin once, I get charged with 1 felony. If I sell you heroin 34 times, I get 34 counts. I agree. If he would have paid off 34, if he'd have made 34 separate purchases, but it's one purchase. It was heroin on layaway.
So you should be able to buy a kilo by buying 454 grams and write 1 check.
Yes.
And it's not the big crime. You didn't buy a kilo, you bought a gram 454 times all at once. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an accounting thing. First of all, it all feels like ripping furniture tags off to me. I'm not. When I think felony, I think of hurting someone.
Yeah.
Physically or financially.
Yeah.
Stealing? What? This doesn't. And why?
He didn't even steal.
You know who's a principled man? Trey Gowdy had huge problems with what was going on in Hunter's life. And I was a U.S. attorney, never would have brought those charges.
Are you talking about the gun, throwing the gun in the dumpster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or lying on his gun
Yep.
application?
Yep. He says not in South Carolina. Wouldn't have happened. He goes, we got too many felons running around shooting people.
Mm.
Not going to bring a charge up against a guy who seems to have straightened his life up from something that far back. Wouldn't do it.
Mm.
Wasn't that refreshing to hear?
Yeah, very. Sunkist is the best soda. I've never had a Sunkist. That sounds like some trashy shit. Have you ever had a Sunkist, Greg? Well, you had family in Alabama.
Yeah, I'd be like Orange. I think Orange Crush would be the shit.
I haven't had a soda like that since I've been a little kid. I don't even know. I haven't even seen a can of Sunkist since I've been 10. Do they even make that shit anymore?
I don't know. I was raised on high C.
When I think of those drinks, like I think that anything without caffeine in it that's soda seems like a waste to me.
Hey, did you have the Kool-Aid pitcher?
My Mexican babysitter with 5 kids had it.
Yeah, ours was plastic, and it had suffered some dishwasher abuse, so it was a little warped.
Uh-huh. Hers was probably plastic too.
Yeah.
God, I used to get so excited when I'd see Kool-Aid. Daniel Garrity, does Greg agree with Broken Science Initiative that RFK's autism study is the gold standard of science?
Was that a BSI claim?
I don't know. That might be a false premise.
Yeah, and what's RFK's? I'm not familiar with RFK's autism study. And by gold standard, I assume you mean shit university science it won't replicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to know more. But I think that is the gold standard.
Yeah, that's on the BSI website.
And what's on it there? What's it say?
I don't know. Let me see if I can what you were saying about the Bill of Rights and democracy, by the way, it would be great if everyone could understand that and grasp that. I think we would have do you think we would have a huge shift? And
well, we quit teaching civics. So kids, they don't even know what a fucking republic is.
let me see if I can find the article. I don't know. This is just from a quick Google search. Brings me to the site. Let's see. Vaccines do not cause autism. CDC 2004 MMR autism study. CDC. I don't know if this is it.
This is the RFK study?
Maybe not. I don't think so. Oh, science feedback deems claiming. I don't know what this is. Is this the one you're talking about, Daniel?
Is that on Metfix?
It's on Broken Science. Brokenscience.org. Oh, and it's under misleading claims. I mean, someone.
So I'm being asked if I agree that it's misleading or that I agree that I don't understand what I'm being asked.
I don't understand either. BSI IG post I sent to you in your DMs. You would think by now, with all of the things that he said, if he was that he would have been sued. If he was wrong. I mean, he's outed some people. He's outed some people. Let me see if I. Oh, okay, here it is. Let me see if I can play this.
This is Greg used BSI for money laundering.
Someone asked that.
Yeah.
Gone from now, most recent numbers we think are going to be about 1 in 31, 1 in 12. So they're going up again from 1 in 10,000 when I was a kid. And we are going at your direction. We are going to know by September. We've launched a massive testing and research effort that's going to involve hundreds of scientists from around the world. By September, we will know what has caused the autism epidemic, and we'll be able to eliminate those exposures.
So big.
We have.
I mean, the fact that autism's gone from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 31, if the diagnosis is the same. I mean, we know like things with COVID and like polio, and they changed the method of diagnosis, and so that skews all the numbers. But if they can find some consistency in the diagnosis standards, and it's changed from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 31, we have a serious problem. Don't you think? I mean, like that shit needs to be fucking addressed. It's kind of like Doge. Why wouldn't you want them to look into it, right?
Yeah, I remain curious.
I mean, there are some bizarre things about the vaccine. Like one of the things is they've never been studied when you give them in a mixture. You know, they've only been studied when you give a tetanus. It's never been studied when you give tetanus and polio simultaneously, and yet they do shit like that. That's you can. One of my kids, I don't know, a few years ago, stepped on a nail or did something, and he was going to get a tetanus shot. And we took him down to the place, and it was mixed with 2 other things. Maybe it was someone else's kid. Maybe it wasn't my kid. And the parents like, wait a second, he has to get the MMR and then this other thing too with the tetanus shot. They're like, yeah, they don't make the tetanus by itself anymore. It's like, that's fucking insane. That would suck if your kid, that's a tough road to hoe if your kid gets autism. Any mental disability is a tough road to hoe. Really tough.
The bad guys are financially motivated to fraud, and that includes the pharma industry. I mean, look at the track record. Look at the number of criminal convictions. And what they're up against is a large body of well-intended people who have no idea what science is. And that's the stew. That's where we sit. And so, like, 1 in 31. Do you ask me if I think that the federal government can count tally calamity?
And the federal government tally calamity?
Fuck no. Look at the flu deaths. We ended up between 23 and 64,000 people died. You get to pick a number in there.
Right.
Could it be much worse than it is? Oh, of course it could. Could it all be bullshit? Yep, that too. Does everyone still have dyslexia, or does that epidemic over?
Was that an epidemic for a while?
Oh yeah, everyone had it for a little bit there.
It was like ADHD. Everyone was just self-diagnosing.
Oh, that was everywhere. Damn. Probably also caused by vaccines. We need to figure out what's causing the stupidity and do something about that.
I think you figured it out. Sevi, I'm reading vaccine-friendly plan, and the amount of aluminum in vaccines is insane. No jabs for my kids. Here's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think everyone should get vaccinated. Everyone, except my kids. They won't need to,
right?
Because you'll all be vaccinated. Isn't that a great plan?
Just always remind yourself you can always get vaccinated later. Like your kids can always do it when they're older. Just remember that. But once you get vaccinated, there's no turning back.
My fireman friend in Santa Cruz has asked me if I have any information or knowledge about getting unvaccinated. I told him, no, I got nothing for you, pal. But he saw his first 2 non-drug involved, no history, teenage strokes. 30 years on the job. And in 1 year, he saw 2 15-year-olds with strokes. I don't know what makes him think it's a vaccine.
Well, he had his own issues.
The most compelling evidence for problems with the vaccine? It's the behavior of the manufacturers. It's the censorship. The needing 75 years before you can release the raw data so no one's confused. To actually argue that in court. The past behavior of these same companies. The name Moderna, it's about modernizing your RNA. No, it's a matter of plausibility. I would like to have it explained to me every morning why they need 75 years to release the raw data. I know why. I don't need that explained to me. I think everyone in the court knew what was going on.
Do you remember when Newsom said that the reason why they were dishonest about COVID is because he didn't think the general public was smart enough to handle the information?
They think that on every single issue.
That's wild that came out.
There is no issue where the public's smart enough, thinks Newsom. You know the most annoying thing about stupid people?
What?
Easily the most annoying thing is to the extent that they think everyone's stupid. That's their most annoying trait.
Grant, it's amazing anyone can see what happened with the government and Oxycontin, Purdue Pharma, and still trust them with vaccines. Ken Walters, Girl Scout cookies showed 100% tested contain metals and pesticides.
It's got sugar in it. That causes cancer.
I'm trying to figure out if my kid has dyslexia. She usually writes backwards. That sounds like a talent. She should go work for the FBI. She could write in code.
You know what? Kids do that. And we don't need to freeze that moment and give it a name and now it needs a vaccination. It was really interesting to see the issues that Robbie had with lowercase b, lowercase d, lowercase p, and lowercase q.
My kids had the D thing going, D and B.
Yeah. She's still, and left, right's an arbitrary thing.
In all reality, the government doesn't like testosterone replacement therapy, which makes me like it more.
What do you mean when you say the government doesn't like?
Meaning they don't want to make it. They don't like it that it's a free for all. They don't want you being able to.
What part of government? Like, what is this?
I don't know. But like somewhere I just saw in Idaho, I just saw you can buy ivermectin over the counter now.
Like, I don't know to what extent my government has desire.
Well, why would ivermectin ever be behind need a prescription? I mean, it's an anti-parasite. It's like, so what? Let people buy that shit.
They had North 40 in Coeur d'Alene. They got it in 5-gallon buckets.
And you're not joking.
No. Big white plastic fucking buckets. I love that place. Buy a rifle, fishing pole, 5-gallon bucket of ivermectin, and fucking chickens in little Chinese food containers.
Mr. Jake Chapman, I watched a documentary on the South Korea population issue. It's frightening. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, is this where they have a low growth thing going on?
It can't be worse than China. China's every couple's having 1.1 kids or some shit. South Korea population decline.
You know the book, The End of Everything?
I saw it at your house. I read a couple pages. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, well, he's saying it. His view there is that the world order is going to change radically, and it involves the failure of China.
Dude, these numbers are crazy. 0.72 in South Korea.
Hey, find that. Send me that documentary. Let me know what that is. I'd like to watch that. I don't have enough documentaries in my life. It's so weird that I love watching films, and my track record on enjoying documentaries, I probably hit 90%, Sevy.
You like 90% of them?
Yeah, of the ones I pick.
I watched one last night, stayed up till 1 in the morning.
And for regular movies, for fiction, it's probably the inverse of that.
Yeah, there aren't any good regular movies anymore, or I've just learned to hate them. Is it called South Korea Beer's Demographic Disaster? Is it that one?
Gotta be.
Jake, send me a link to that movie. Hey, they can just open, if they want more people, they can just let the Muslims in.
I like the way you say Muslim.
Muslim.
And you also say bullet.
Bullet.
Bullet. He's putting bullets in the gun.
Bullets. Hey, I probably shouldn't say that. I'll tell you a gun story. Where is that, Jake? What's the name of the movie? I'll send it to you, Sevy. Okay. 0.72 is the lowest in the world. So that means for every couple, for every two man and woman, there's only 3/4 of a kid being born. Is that what that means?
Yep.
Holy shit. And I think the U.S. is 1.6. Did you see what they're doing in Hungary? I think we talked about this a little bit. If you have 3 or more kids, you don't pay income tax for the rest of your life. If you have 2 kids, you get like a 30% discount on your income tax for the.
That means like 100 out of 100 couples, you'd only get 72 kids.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh man.
What's that blamed on?
Masturbation and porn.
Is it?
I don't know. That would be my guess. Like you think you want a bone and instead you jerk off. Or the fact that I watched a thing on OnlyFans yesterday, a little fucking short film, and if you take the amount of money all the OnlyFans models make versus all the players in the NBA, the OnlyFans model, they make like $7 billion, and the NBA, all the NBA players make $5 billion, something like that. And it's like 86% of dudes between the ages of like 19 and 45 have an OnlyFans account that they watch, or they've purchased one.
What's that cost?
I have no idea. I haven't done it.
Can OnlyFans, do they call models?
I think so. OnlyFans. I think both. I stumbled across this chick yesterday. Her name's Sophie Rain, and she's an OnlyFans girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a devout Christian, and she's a virgin.
I was gonna open an OnlyFans account and have it all focus on ontological probability, and just curious as to if I could get any money for it.
You should do that. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And
Would that be cool.
First of all, what's disturbing is this girl looks like she's 12 years old. She looks so young. she's made $43 million on OnlyFans, and one of her donors is one guy alone in a single year gave her $4.7 million. And people didn't. What'd you say?
What does she do?
I don't know. The only video footage I've seen of her, I think she just, I don't know, but from what I've seen, she just sits there with headphones on and she's fully dressed. And she's got this Instagram account. I cannot believe, and she just looks like a normal girl, like a normal, like just 17 or 18-year-old girl. She doesn't look like she works out or anything. She got big butt and big tits. But the captions were crazy. It's always just like one line, like, will you be my boyfriend? What would you do to me? I took a shower. It's always just these one line, waiting for you to call.
Oh.
This chick made $43 million. I don't even think she's the big breadwinner. Industry plant. Oh. Trish, I took a shower. That's a lie. Greg, having Allison NYC read BSI articles would make a killing.
You know, that's interesting because she's a good reader.
She's smart.
She's a smart girl.
Yeah. And she's fun to look at.
Yeah, Allison's cool as shit.
Who cares if she can read? What do you think the population decline is? What do you think the...
I don't quite understand, but we've got this Gen Z or the millennials or someone that aren't they also non-producing? What's the birth rate for millennials? Check that out. I thought they were ZPGing.
U.S. birth rate, particularly among millennials, is experiencing a decline, reaching historic lows. 2023 study revealed that the general fertility rate, births per 1,000 women of childbearing age, had hit an all-time low. Okay, let's go. Younger people, I don't see any numbers. Let me see. Forbes has an article, maybe with some numbers. Nations where there are still far more children than the replacement rate of at least 2.1 children per woman. Oh, the United Kingdom has a modest fertility rate of 1.6, while Germany 1.4, Canada 1.3, Germany 1.4, Italy 1.2. Wow. I would have thought those countries, like a country like Italy, people were fucking like rabbits. Japan, Italy's lower than Japan. Japan's 1.3. Are kids well simply out of vogue? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's I mean, I had my first kid. Basically, when Haley said she wanted to have a kid, my first thought was like, yeah, I guess I could afford one now. You know what I mean? I never even thought about having a kid until she said she wanted one. So maybe it's money. Maybe like you're just like, hey, I'm not having a kid while I'm living at home with my mom.
Oh, I get that.
Student loan debt was a great birth control.
Yeah, that's Trish. That seems reasonable to me.
My daughter.
I read a story of a woman that had a career path that seemed much like your mom's, with the exception that she, after getting her law degree, went to work for a big firm and hated it, and then went back to school and changed lines of work, and has been gainfully employed and working hard, but the options and opportunities for deferment of payment has got her into a situation where she's fucked.
The loans for law school?
Yeah. And then a master's degree.
I have a family member who's
Hey, can I call you right back?
sure
I'm
anytime.
on a podcast. Okay. Bye.
I had a I have a very close acquaintance that's close to 80 who I found out has $360,000 in student loans.
How
Still,
much?
like 360.
360,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's in the range of the numbers I was hearing on someone that's making, 150.
And my mom went to law school while she was pregnant with me, and she had my sister already at home and was cleaning apartments during the day. Married to an immigrant, my dad, who worked at a liquor store.
I have an uncle that paid his way through Harvard cleaning bathrooms. He could still tell you where every bathroom is in the buildings.
Yeah, that's what my mom said she would do. She said she'd be on her hands and knees cleaning out apartment buildings where people moved out of during the day and law school at night. Honestly, I don't think of myself as a pussy. But I can't see myself doing that. Like both. I could see myself on my hands and knees cleaning apartment buildings, but not and pregnant. But I guess once you get pregnant, you got to like. I think my mom was like, "Hey, you got to do what you got to do." I wonder if kids and their parents' health. I wonder if kids on their health. Oh, he's basically saying, sorry, Eaton. I think that there's a typo here, but basically, Eaton Beaver's saying kids being on their parents' health insurance. I wonder what he thinks the relationship is there. But if you're on your parents' health insurance, you might not have kids.
You probably if you're living in mom and dad's basement, you'd probably might have enough sense to figure out it's a bad place to have a kid. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just making this up, but maybe just culturally, it probably is different for blacks and Mexicans. I don't think they care. Or Muslims. Muslims don't care, do they?
I find it interesting that I've got, it's Maggie's family. There's a chunk of Maggie's family that the kids are she's got a family of cousins that are remarkable human beings, academically, athletically, socially, love their parents, play the piano, sing.
Big families too. Everyone in her family has lots of kids.
Scholarship golfers, scholarship. One of these kids, she's a 32-year-old head of classical studies at Loyola Marymount University, head of the department, youngest department head in the school's history, I guess, for that. But these kids, not only are they outstanding. I mean, this same girl went to Michigan on a volleyball scholarship, right? Another one went to Cornell on a golf scholarship. The other one's a professional surfer, and they're all academic standouts. But you know what they also are? They're also in their 20s, homeowners with children. And I have just an immense respect for that. And I see that sophistication and maturity, if you and the love they have for their parents, it's profound. They're articulate. It's just amazing. It's an amazing thing.
I was talking to this girl one time. This is years ago. I can't remember how the conversation exactly went, but somehow basically I said something to her like, "Hey, you're not attracted to me, right?" And she goes, "No." And I said, and I lived in my motorhome at the time. And I said, "Hey, if I owned my own house, would you be attracted to me?" She said, "Yes." She's all, "Seriously, I would be." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." I mean, you're right. Shannon. Her name was Shannon. What was her last name?
Doherty.
Hey, nothing's nothing's changed. If you have shelter, if you're a man and you have shelter, like you got a nice cave, stable cave, you can get it's time for the pussy to roll in. I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. It makes total sense, right?
I also, on the subject of Maggie's cousins, I think that it's a healthy thing that they were athletically and musically and academically ambitious and desired to have successful careers and families. Wanted children, wanted a wife, wanted a husband.
And on the flip side, if you're on a volleyball team and you play the piano well, you're going to attract a lot of men.
Lola Astanova.
Yeah. Yeah. Look her up, people. Lola Astanova, piano player. Does she have kids, Greg?
I don't know, but
There's people trying.
imagine that as a piano teacher.
Craig Richards, so many women today are told to be badass bitch bosses. You don't need a man, chasing a career, and it's socially more acceptable not to have kids. People brag about it.
Yeah, and I know that culture, and I mentioned because my beautiful wife has family like that too. So we get to compare and contrast.
I bet you there is a strong correlation in happiness in women who've had kids who don't have kids.
When some of the cousins are on academic and athletic scholarships and get great jobs, and I mean, like one cousin's he's what 26, 27, and he and his wife were both standout computer science kids that got super jobs, and they're remodeling a ocean view house in Laguna.
Damn.
I mean, it's just and then some of the other cousins are heroin addicts, and you can't help but want to look at mom and dad and ask for their inputs. Right?
Yeah. Tell me what happened to A. Tell me what happened to A, and tell me what happened to B.
Yeah, and they know each other, and so like, what do you think's going on over there? And ask in both directions. I shouldn't say more than that publicly, but it's a fascinating look. Because as a parent of 10 kids, I'm genuinely interested. One of the girls spoke at her sister's wedding, and I'm still moved by it. It's 7 years ago, still blown away.
Why did you have so many kids? Do you love kids? Is that why you did it?
I do.
And I wonder if I think a lot of people probably are afraid to have kids. It's not time. When's it going to be time?
I'll tell you something that makes them even better and more fun and more rewarding and more enjoyable is the homeschooling.
Mm.
There's a quality of interaction there that isn't well expressed anywhere, I don't think.
This is going to sound like a no-brainer, but I don't think a lot of people practice it. The more time you spend with your kids, the more fun they'll be.
We were talking about Blake the other day, and I said I would get him up at 4 a.m. because I had clients at 5. So,
oh man,
we're out riding bikes to the gym, and this is through middle school and high school. But we're riding bikes to the gym, and there at 4:45, and then he would help out, clean up, do homework, or take class until he'd leave on his bike at 8. And then when he was done at school at 2, he'd pedal back to the gym and we'd pedal home.
Holy shit.
So he never had a chance to get in trouble.
Yeah.
The poor kid.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
I saw this ad on Instagram this morning telling it was a pill that helped your kid sleep and had all the vitamins he needed. And if you didn't give this to your kid, he wouldn't grow to his full height. That was the premise of this pill. It was like, if you don't get enough sleep and you don't get the proper nutrients, you won't grow to your full height. I'm like, how many of the NBA players probably fucking didn't? had a life of fucking proper nutrition and enough sleep. Mike Sandone, looking buff, dude. Our society has devalued marriage and starting a family. People are waiting too long to get married and to try to have kids. But my career, kids are way better than any career goal.
That's exactly right, Mike.
I think the general premise of why it's so fun having kids also is because you stop thinking about yourself. I know that's a little self-help booky.
No, I do. There's no such thing as in situ, the solipsist world of inner reflection doesn't produce any kind of purpose at all. You get more out of
What was the word you used?
Than
What was the word used? Insleptitude?
in situ. INSITU.
In situ. I went to
in place or insight derived from in, and situ sits in place.
Wow.
Purpose only comes from positive engagement with other people. You getting yourself out of the crosshairs. So everyone's telling you how this guy Rick Warren was such a genius, a wizard, and they gave me his book, A Purpose-Driven Life. And the first sentence in the book was, "It's not about you." And I was done. I put it down. He's brilliant. He's right. He gets it. I don't even have to read anything else.
The other morning I woke up, I went to your house, we took the kids to breakfast. We hung out with them we were with them for 3 hours outside waiting in front of the restaurant afterwards. We're hanging out. Then we went over to Big Five. You bought all the kids Nerf guns. We fucking get home. Now we've been out for 4.5 hours. Me and you sit down in the chairs and I'm like, oh, we get to relax. And we're sitting there and the kids are running around. And I don't remember, one of your kids comes in and is like, hey, we need a screwdriver. We need a micro screwdriver to put the batteries in the gun. And I thought there was no way in hell we were getting up. I was like, oh, Greg, just tell him we'll get it later. And you're like, come on, Sevy, we're going to Ace. I was like, damn. and we drove. It's not that you're far from the place, but it's not an insignificant drive. You know what I mean? It's a 30-minute round trip journey. I
still remember the sting of when I was 9 years old, getting this fucking moon-based toy and with no batteries.
Oh, yeah.
Just like.
And here we are. You're like, come on, we're going, and we go. And you get the screwdrivers and you bring them back to your kids, and I'm like, damn. I mean, that's what being a parent's about. You just like, fuck. All right.
You imagine their anguish just because I don't have a fucking jeweler's screwdriver.
Yeah.
It's something we should have anyways. Now I got them.
Yeah. Those will be gone in a week.
I love the tool chest, man. I'm threatening to put a tool chest in the living room and keep the TV remote in it. I resent the remote not being in the room with the TV.
And just so you know, I mean, people who have kids know this. You'll never get credit for that. So you do 50 things like that a day. Never once is anyone going to be like, that was so awesome that you guys got up and went and got the screwdrivers for us. You know what I mean? It's just complete they just take it for granted, and it's fine. It's perfect. That's the kind of life, But then we didn't see the kids for 4 hours. They played guns. That was awesome.
Hey, our little dog died. Rip died.
Yeah.
Some of you know Rip, but we lost Rip this year, and ever since that day, Robbie hugs me 3-4 times a day and tells me she loves me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, just immediately.
She doesn't want dad dying like Rip.
She'll get up. She'll go to bed and then get up. Oh shit! Run in, give me a hug.
Wow. That's cool. That's a good life lesson.
She's a trip.
Tell Maggie we're getting Borbles.
You know, I think I need a Borble.
They're awesome. Someone made a kind of a wild. The other day I was doing a show, and there was someone in the comments. I just caught my eye out of the corner. They're like, "Hey, Sebi, you remember that time you accidentally gave your address out on the air?" And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And I just ignored it. But I've been stewing on it for like 2 or 3 days. And I thought, yep, it's time to get a fucking big ass dog again. Maybe 4 of them.
How'd you give your address away?
I think I was ordering. This is like 3 years ago. I think I was ordering something off of Rogue while I was live on the air, and I had the screen share up, and it auto populated.
It's funny.
Hey, if you think I have a lot of Milwaukee in my garage, you haven't. Greg has a Milwaukee showroom. You have all the fun stuff, the radios. Oh, was it a Rogue operator? Yeah, maybe I was talking to a Rogue operator. Like, you know, like you can click, can I chat with you or something? And they just fly. They're like, you want it mailed to this address? Yeah, maybe that's what it was. My fucking address pops up on the screen. But I didn't like that comment at all. I was like, wow, is that it was a non sequitur. We weren't talking about addresses or anything. I was like, oh, I didn't like that. Yeah, Disseldinger, I doxed myself. I think I'm not big enough to be doxed. But I found out the guy lives out of state, so at least that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's
people. Once a week, someone asks me for your address to mail you something. I just ignore the request. It's like, hey, I want to thank Greg for this. I want to thank Greg for this. Literally, I'm not. That's no hyperbole. Once a week, someone asks me for your address, and I'm just like, just ignore that.
Send it to Dave's. He can open it and bring it by.
Give it.
And if it's something he wants, keep it.
The Turkish government's headed to NorCal.
You remember, you know, that 1250 Connecticut Avenue Northwest that was the CrossFit address?
Yes.
That was Mark Zed's office.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like no one ever put that together?
Did he get in trouble recently, or did he just get a security? He is getting trouble?
He lost his security clearance and he's on the Trump hate list.
Yeah.
He represented the Benghazi guys, though. And the Lockerbie bombing victims. He's a trippy dude. But you remember when we tried to go visit the address? We tried to show up Connecticut Avenue Northwest.
Yeah, we almost got beat up by that black lady. He was going to fight both of us.
Guys were coming out from behind the door with guns. Just because we walk in the door.
Yeah.
What do you want? And we're looking at you can't look at that. And it was a directory of the building.
Yeah.
Mark got $1 billion judgment from Gaddafi on the Lockerbie thing. And he had that gave $1 billion worth of reasons why he would be at risk. So that address was where all parcels went for him. And the suspicion was that he was going to receive a bomb in the mail.
He's young. I didn't realize he was so young.
I've enjoyed the time I've spent with him.
I went to lunch with him one time with me, you, and him.
He's a trippy guy.
In DC, yeah. How do you get a case like that? $1 billion case? I guess Dale's got a case like that.
I met Mark through Dale.
Oh, no, were they in the military together?
No.
Just lawyer stuff, lawyer buddies?
It might have been to do something with anthrax litigation, anthrax vaccine. I don't remember the context of them knowing each other.
Mark Zed has been named a Washington, D.C. super lawyer every year since he was profiled in 2009. Best lawyer by Washington Magazine. He's an attorney focused on national security law, freedom of speech.
Yeah, he's a big gun.
Hey, what did we? I know we touched on it, but what do you think about what's going on at Harvard? What do you think about the federal government? I think they have a $50 billion endowment. It's not like that they're short of cash, and I think the federal government subsidizes them $9 billion a year.
Well, look, I don't want to be hypocritical, and so if you ask me in dollars and cents, how much of my money do I want to spend? How much of my taxes do I want to spend at Harvard? If I could line item shit, they'd get nothing.
Right.
And so and suppose they know we're going to be nice to Jews now. I still don't want to give them anything.
Right.
Suppose they're going to become real conservative and reflect my values more along the lines of, say, a Hillsdale College. I still don't want to give them anything.
Right.
I think I'm at a point I don't want to pay for any education. For anyone's education. I don't want to support any university.
What about just public school in general?
You know what? Look, you want a college education, get a fucking job and get a college education. Buy it. I was routinely trounced by kids that were working full time and going to school. Do you remember that phenomenon?
Yeah.
The fucking kid that was working 40 hours a week and taking 15 units and making A's while you make B's and C's. Remember that?
Yeah, and mom's paying for my college and I'm drunk all day.
Yeah.
And they show. I housemated with kids like that.
Yeah, you can't even believe it. Full-time fucking job, 15 units, chemistry, physics, math, A's. Do that. And otherwise, maybe you're not college material. But I don't want to pay for it.
I watched this video last night, Thomas Sowell being interviewed and talking about what a fucking shit show it is. He said the shit that Obama used to say about every kid deserves to go to an Ivy League school. And he's like, that's like saying every kid deserves to play in the NBA. He said it's fucking absolutely insane. He said we're just ruining kids.
Yeah, it's not an intelligent thought. I also don't think it's sincere.
Right.
It's more talking points.
Man, Obama was bad.
The Trump phenomenon can't be dissociated from the Obama phenomenon.
Did you watch Biden's speech yesterday?
No, I missed that.
Oh my God. Basically, even though nothing has happened at Social Security other than the fact, there's some weird phenomenon that they're finding, Doge is finding. Like, for example, at the IRS, there were 1,400 people who were in charge of handing out government cell phones and government computers. And you could hand everyone at the IRS that means that each of those employees just had to do 2 cell phones or 1 cell phone or 1 computer every single day or something like that. Like, it was a joke, right? It was like completely bloated department. 1,400 people just in charge of the cell phones and computers.
They're stockpiling guns at the IRS.
They are?
Yeah, and that's going to be stopped. Yeah, and the current agents owe billions in taxes. Did you seen that?
Yeah.
One of the cool things about being an IRS agent is you get to carry a gun and you don't have to pay taxes. I didn't know. And
so they're firing all these people who we already know 96% of them don't show up to the office, or 94% of them don't show up to the office. And his whole premise was that Trump did in 100 is he can't believe how fast Trump's destroying the company, but yet it's just all fear. It's all fear of reducing Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, and yet he can't point to one thing that they've done. Bill takes aim at IRS would strip agency of guns and ammo. Well, American taxpayers are familiar with the annual rigmarole of filing their federal taxes and realizing just how much of their hard-earned money Uncle Sam is taking away. Several House Republicans pushing a proposal to take some things away from the IRS. Why do they need guns? That doesn't even. What do they? What? I guess I don't know what they do.
To protect democracy.
I thought we already went over that. They should just be protecting the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Does it say how much they have? Wow, 149,000 federal employees with 1.5 billion in unpaid taxes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's wild. IRS has consistently been weaponized against American citizens, targeting religious organizations, journalists, gun owners, and everyday Americans. Arming these agents does not make the American public more safe. Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell the guns and ammunition to the public. That's awesome. I love to hear that.
They should give it to the public. Why do we have to pay for them twice?
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to know how much they have. How many guns do they have? Is it something crazy?
It's probably 149,000.
They have a gun for every dude.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can just type in how many guns does the IRS have?
I have to run. I'm gonna try and orchestrate this visit.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple moving parts. I need Riley to still have interest in going to the Hardys.
Yeah.
And I think Michelle was gonna fly back with me for Maggie's birthday.
Okay. Well, bring Rhett if you can.
And I think Rhett doesn't want to go.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
But we'll see. He says there's nothing to do up there.
Tell him he can come to the jiu-jitsu tournament on Saturday with us.
Yeah, that's for sure he would come. He hates competitions. It's cute.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's stressful.
Oh, he works himself into a lather.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He can come watch the kids. Avi's not going to do it. Just Ari and Joseph are. I got Ari in two weight classes.
Yeah, everyone recovering from their injuries?
No, just new ones. Yesterday at gymnastics, Joseph tweaked his wrist.
All right, I'll let you know what's up.
All right, buddy. Great conversation. Thank you. Love you.
Yeah, love you, man. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. Greg has lovely eyes. Yeah. You should see when he wears a blue shirt, it's crazy. He's just a shirt. It's like a green screen on him. He's just eyes in the blue shirt. I'm getting pretty excited. I don't know if excited is the word. Speaking of competition, I'm really nervous about Syndicate and NorCal Classic. We still don't have an internet solution for NorCal. I don't know how we're going to stream. Does anyone have any ideas? We want to try to use a bonded router. It's out in the middle of nowhere. There's no internet. We need to figure out a way to do it for cheap and get a strong signal. I guess you can get your own cell phone tower put out there, but that's $30,000, which is a lot of money when you don't have any. Not Starlink. Nope. Thank you, Caleb. Good point. Not Starlink. Caleb, where the fuck are you? I miss you. What other house cleaning do I have? I don't know who Brad Asralf is doing the deep dive with. If there's anyone who wants to do the deep dive with Brad, let me know. Joe, you want to do a deep dive with Brad? Anyone good? Like, don't just be like a regular dude. Like, Yash, you can't just be like Yash. Let me know if you have any suggestions, if you want to connect me with someone who wants to do a deep dive. Preferably someone who's been on the show before. No, I would not go to space. Sevi, would you go to space if they asked you next? Oh, my sister hates it when you guys call me anything besides Sevon. It's weird. She doesn't like Sevi or Sevs. I don't know why. You don't like Brad Asroff, but Standy, that's just okay. Let's talk. You don't like Brad Asroff, but let's focus on you just for a second. Oh, Hiller's this week. Nice, Standy. Your default is to not like people and then learn to like them, right? Wouldn't you say that's fair? Wouldn't you say that's fair? Standy. Brad gives me low T. Dude, he's got a fucking watermelon. Yeah, so okay, that's fine. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's just normal for you. Brad gives me low T vibes. He's got a big old watermelon head. His head shows signs of excessive testosterone. But when he did do that, when he did that show with Taylor, which was really fucking good, we should actually pin that on the landing page of the Sevon podcast. It did remind me of an NPR, that Tiny Desk music series they have. It did give me that vibe. Oh, yeah. Sevon throwing shade at me. It happens. A little collateral damage. I was thinking it was actually Tyler Watkins' idea. I don't know exactly how it works. I should actually call Tyler right now. Tyler was saying that the Mayhem Classic behind the scenes is uploaded. It has 15 views already. Tyler was saying that we should watch we should do shows on the behind the scenes from the CrossFit Games. I wonder what that looks like. Does he want us to watch the show live and then do a direct comment on it? This is Bryson made this.
We don't have media passes yet. I don't know if it's legal for us to be filming in the parking lot.
This isn't live yet. I haven't seen this.
Wow. Should I lock my car?
Dude, this is God's country.
I'm locking my.
Oh shit! He went back and locked his car at. That's that's Mayhem.
Car, dude. Advanced media.
That place is huge.
Thanks, Angelo and Scott.
Who keeps that place clean?
It's gonna be a sick weekend. Going to get our computers, and we're waiting for Hilly. What do you think pig milk tastes like?
Pig what?
Milk.
Pig milk?
Pig milk.
Yeah. Why don't people drink pig milk?
Why do we drink cow milk?
That's a great question because
Bryson, why didn't you? God damn it, Bryson. Audio is great. Oh, he's holding the mic. What the fuck was Bryson thinking? Why isn't this filmed in HD? What the fuck is going on? Oh, my phone froze. Or why didn't he film in 4K? Why did he film in HD? Fuck is. That's my first question. This will be available for members really soon. If my roadcaster works. I don't think I've ever called Bryson on the show before. You think he'll answer? Where's my Bluetooth? Bryson Del Monte. Isn't that a fruit company? Fuck did he film in?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Shut it. Go call him on my. Oh, that Dense Bitch song was great, wasn't it? Holy shit. I don't like milk from nuts. You know what it is, right, Joe? It's just they don't even get. It's not even milk from the nuts. You probably know that. You're probably just being funny, but they just soak the almonds in water. and then fucking throw in a scoop of sugar. They call it almond milk.
'Cause it tastes good. I love raw cow's milk. Tastes amazing.
I'm sure raw pig milk tastes amazing.
Do you think?
I would drink it, and I'll let you know.
I think Jenny's tapping her foot under the table. You see her head going? I think she's tapping her foot under the table.
Do you think Colton knows what it tastes like?
I think Colton does.
How did Jenny make that song, the big tit song?
Does know.
I'm asking him.
Rolling.
Brian.
What's up?
Oh, there's spin.
Oh, nice. You got what kind of flavor is that?
Strawberry blast.
Oh, that's crazy. I haven't seen
Holy shit. That's
that.
the
You guys are about to work out?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, they're at Richie's
My stuff right
house.
here.
That's his
Yeah.
house.
Oh
That
my
was-
god, I thought that was a dead animal. Wow.
Wow. That's the Froning estate. He's got pickleball courts. That's crazy.
Hey, we're talking. He made like I've already pooped. How many times have you pooped this morning?
Dude, this is going to be an incredible video. Wow.
Once. You?
Twice.
I'm
This is incredible.
What's up, brother?
Hola, vato.
Hey, if you go back on that video,
Are you laying in your
where
bed? Are you
saw
laying in
that-
your bed? Why does it sound like you're laying in your bed right now?
I'm in my kitchen at work.
Oh, okay. You're at work. Okay, go ahead. Go back where?
Yeah, I'm at work at the kitchen. Go back. You see the where you see Rich's house.
Yeah.
If you go back to that,
yeah. Oh my god, I
Um,
thought that was a dead animal.
where you see his house.
Wow.
There, you see right there on the fucking tree line. That's where the roof is at.
Oh. It
To the
blew
right.
it blew towards
blew
the
all the way-
house.
Yeah. So on the all the way to the right, that tree line.
Yeah.
That's where the roof was sitting, and there's a swamp back there.
He's lucky that shit didn't blow onto his house and hit one of his cars.
Yeah, it just blew off to the right. So it's all
Wow.
on that tree line to the right side. It's all up against that wall, against the trees. They just left it there.
Is that tractor on the
Whenever we
right
were-
his
we were there.
lawnmower? Is that his lawnmower?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey,
That's
can
what
you
he
just
uses to like move everything.
can you just go out on that lawn barefoot and play football? Like, is it friendly like that area?
Yeah, I mean all his kids are barefoot.
Wow, what a
His
fucking
kids,
life.
his kids just run around barefoot. Crazy.
That lawn's insane. Me and my kids would play so much frisbee on there if we had that.
Dude, so on the left, wherever those cars are to the left, there's way more land. There's like way more land that way.
Good job getting an establishing shot, Bryson. I should make notes of things I need to tell Bryson. Shoot in 4K. Establishing
Yeah, it
shot.
needs to be a linear view instead of wide because it gives that fucking fisheye lens if it's in
4K.
wide.
Establishing.
Linear view.
What's that mean? Linear view. Is that like a setting on the camera?
So, yeah, because it gives it a regular camera lens, and they're using wide, which gives it that fisheye fucking
Okay.
lens. It curves the corners.
Okay, don't use wide all the time.
Yeah, it has to be fucking linear view, or else it looks fisheye.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I remember you were asking about the fucking tree line and shit where it flew. So everything on the right hand side of all those trees are at, and his shit blew that way. And then the podcast studio is in the back, and when you keep playing it, you can see where it's at.
Wow, yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, look at all that land. So that's his land all the way to the trees?
Yeah, and it goes a little bit further. That remember that video where they did that 24-hour like nighttime challenge with his dad and shit?
No, I don't watch any mayhem shit. It's too polished for me. Too
I
sensitive.
think it was at a CrossFit thing. But yeah, it just keeps going all the way back there. You can see the roof from the trees right there behind JR.
Damn.
You back up like 20 frames.
I don't know how to do that on.
I just back up
Oh
like press
shit.
it. Press,
Wow, that crumpled up mess on the left, that's the roof that blew off.
yeah, all that shit. Yeah, that's the roof.
Hey, see that circular thing right behind JR's elbow? Is that a septic tank?
No,
Oh.
I think that's a lid for some other bullshit.
Oh. Look at that go-kart.
yeah.
Look at the kids' toys in there.
Bro, they have crazy stuff in there. It's a fucking playground.
That go-kart's crazy. I bet you I'd fit in that.
You probably do. So pause right there. You see where that ladder is at?
Yeah.
Yeah, behind that door, that's where the podcast studios are at.
Oh, okay. So that roof right there is all new. That corrugated steel roof.
Yeah. Yeah, back there they have 2 podcast studios. They have one for Mayhem and one for a hunting podcast.
Hey, do they have ceiling lights in there? Did all the lights and shit blow off too?
They did. I think they put new ones in because that entire roof is new.
Wow.
But normally all the doors are open and just natural light.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's wild in there, man. You should. I know you don't fly much, but you should probably fucking go hang out in there.
I've always thought about when the kids are a little bit older, I would drive out there and just move in with them. I mean, he didn't invite me or anything, but I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking sick, dude. It's cool in there. It's a fucking playground.
All right. Thank you. Thanks. If you have any more feedback
but-
for Bryson, let me know.
They did good, man. They did good that weekend. I was hanging out with them.
Yeah, it's
with their
already
little camera.
crazy compelling. I fucking love Taylor and Bryson to death. So as soon as I see their faces, I get excited.
Yeah, and fucking Taylor's just running. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go talk to that person." And he was fucking giddy, man, running around with that camera. So it was funny to watch.
Olivia, Hillary doesn't like you, Sevon. That's known. I thought I was the only one who knew that. That's like known.
Yeah, well,
That's crazy. Did you know that, Jonathan? I thought that was like my secret. Yeah.
no, I mean, yeah, I've heard it.
Jeez Louise. All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Later.
Bye. That's crazy. Honestly, I thought that was I've never talked about that on the air, right? Hey. Hey, did you know that Hillary doesn't like me? Is that like known?
Hillary Froning?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I knew it, but I would assume it maybe.
Wow. Holy shit, that's amazing. You know when you think you have a secret? Like it would be if no one knew my nose was big. Like I only let cameras like film me from a certain angle and no one knew, but really everyone knew.
Yeah, just because no one talks about it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Holy shit. I seriously thought that no one knew that. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think everyone knows it, but I think everyone would assume that.
How come? Me and Rich are boys.
Yeah, but I don't know. Everyone has like a boy whose girlfriend or wife doesn't like him. I mean,
Does Maris hate me?
no, Maris loves you. Maris is scared that you don't like her.
Oh no, I love Maris. She's great.
Yeah, she came up to me yesterday. She's like, Devon called me beautiful on the show today. And I was like, oh, that's nice. What was like the context? And she was like, he pulled up my comment and said, beautiful Maris.
No, I love Maris. She's great.
Yeah. Maris is cool.
Yeah, she must be cool. Yeah, I just didn't know that anyone knew that. Okay, so here's some feedback. You should shoot in 4K, not 1080.
Okay, I don't know. You can tell Taylor's camera, like the DJI, is like a lot worse than mine.
Doesn't hit, but for some reason, like YouTube, you uploaded it in 1080 because that's the best quality YouTube will let me show it in.
Oh yeah, I don't have any memory cards that can do 4K.
Oh, I'll bring you some. I'll bring you some. Yeah, for what, or for you Syndicate.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll bring you that shit. And then establishing shots, do you know what those are?
No.
Establishing shot is just go to like the furthest point you can away from shit and just let the camera roll for 10 seconds. So you have a shot you can kind of cut to that lets us see the landscape. So that like before they walk into the barn, maybe like just a wide shot of the barn. And like before you walk up to like, and then maybe stand far enough away so you shoot the barn and the house in a shot. And you just hold the camera still for like 10 seconds. And then you have those shots.
Yep, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Or, I mean, ideally, if you had a drone, you'd put a drone up and just get a huge establishing shot so that we, as the viewer, are like, okay, this is where we're at. You know, like when movies start, like if the movie takes place in New York City, it'll be like some huge wide shot of the city.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the third thing is this is from Jonathan Ortega. He thinks that you shouldn't have used wide angle. That's probably Taylor's camera.
Yes,
There's a
that is
setting
Taylor's
on there that
camera.
you could put that is just a regular lens. The wide angle doesn't
Okay.
bug me, but just something worth noting. All right. Hey, this is pretty compelling. I'm only a minute and 28 into it. It's pretty damn compelling already.
Yeah, I talked to Hiller. Hiller sent me like a really long list of notes about it. And that's why I texted you last night, like asking if you looked at it, because I'm like 100% aware that it's like not super high quality or anything like that. I mean, I feel like the things people are saying and the stuff we captured is really good, but I
It's
understand
so good already.
movie wise, it's not.
Yeah, it's so good already. Who cares about cinematic?
Yeah,
it's the reason why. I mean, look at Hiller
100%
stuff.
any
Look at
feedback.
Hiller stuff compared to Buttery Bros, right? Buttery Bros. I mean,
Right.
whoever's editing that shit, it's like a fucking world class editor. And not that Hiller isn't, but Hiller's a one man band, and he turns his shit out quick. And the content of Hiller's stuff carries his shows. And this and yours is going to be the same. The content's so good, it's going to carry the show. So don't take it as a dig. You did the most important part.
And
the most important part, you're already killing.
yeah, I won't take anything as a dig. So anything you think, or like, I really appreciated Hiller and stuff like that. So just let me know what I can do better next time. And then, I mean, I already have a couple things, like having watched it like 3 times now. I'm like, oh, that interview could have been shorter or whatever. But that'll just keep that part. I know will keep getting better as I do it. And then anything else, like, just let me know what I can do or change that I wouldn't think of.
All right, you're the man. I'm excited to watch this.
All right. Thanks for letting me do it. And thanks for the feedback.
All right, bye. God, he's so fucking cool. Bryson Del Monte. Create a shooting script. Oh God, I hate you, Joe. Even a loose outline, very helpful when covering live action. So you still, I hate that shit. My boy Jay Vera's like that. He's so fucking organized.
I'm about to coach Hiller on his set. Hiller! You do this thing, right, that I feel like I see some people do, where they land and then they kind of lock out, but it's not like a. No, you're locking it out. You're just, I'm saying you don't do what like a beginner who doesn't know how to snatch does, where they land and then press it out, but you have a delayed press out. Do you know what I mean?
What he's saying is, Hiller, it was slow between your tits and your forehead. The bar really slows down. That's what he's saying. You're too fucking strong and you're not pulling yourself underneath it.
Your turnover.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah, see, someone just said it. Your turnover slow. Everyone can see it.
That? Have you ever seen yourself do that?
And he's getting old.
Punch the bar overhead when your feet land. Unsolicited coaching, part 1.
That's the best coaching. A 50-pound.
Oh Jesus!
And
Yeah, do you feel that looks better? Who?
I know. He's probably cold too. That happens when you're cold. Look at the girl picking her butt.
she probably beat you on the pegboard workout.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Yeah, all my friends supposed to be instilling confidence in me so that nobody beats us in the world. Meanwhile, he's telling me a girl is gonna beat me on the pegboard.
You gonna win the money today?
Oh yeah, Bryson's camera looks nice.
No, I don't.
I like the mix of footage, right? Shallow depth of field and then the flat of the DJI camera.
So, unless I rig it, just pay myself at the end. Let's say I'm gonna go with not. Next question.
I'm gonna go with not. When I was in my peak shape, I was able to do this in 6.5.
I was gonna say this probably used to be a really good workout for you.
But this is the first time I've snatched 225 in a year. So we'll see.
Didn't Hiller do Grace one time cold on the air and just destroy it? I feel like on my podcast one time, he's just like, okay, it was like he's like, I'll do it. Or he did something fucking nuts. Maybe he did heavy Grace. Yeah, who's that? Is that Tyler? Tyler, your butt is hungry. Is that Tyler Watkins? He's moving fast. Jessica and Drozik. Wow. Sousa's fucking snatches 135 easy. I had no idea.
He's like my father-in-law taking pictures. guys, 3, 2.
Is that Max El Haj? That bald guy over there? Ben Davidson? Videographer extraordinaire? Storyteller?
These guys look
Oh, that was Hiller's last rep. Wow. That's pretty good. So he did Isabel in 740?
You're getting ready for like a
That's all toes. Yeah, but that last rep, not bad, right? War. Get that last one up and over. Dude, Sousa's quarterfinals athlete. I have no idea who this guy is. Second time he's been in the video.
finale semifinal workout. They're shitting their pants.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's every Saturday.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Bryson warming up with the lower level people to interview before he gets to the big dogs.
It's funny.
So 15 minutes. Get so.
Oh, that was Tyler Watkins whose ass was hungry. My goodness. Oh, that's Sam DeMeester. Look at you. Every heavy grace is heavy for Sevon. I've never put 225 over my head.
We do. We are the different groups, so it looks like you guys are good and warmed up too, so we're good.
Awesome.
I did yesterday. I was like, last 2 months, month and a half, I've been able to ring muscle up again.
The thing is if I go to Mayhem, do you think Hillary hates having anti-God heathens on her property? I don't know. She would love me. I'm pretty much anointed myself as the only one protecting Yeshua. I'm the only one. I haven't met another one yet. The only one that's seen the light. I'm the only one that experiences Yeshua every day, and I'm the only one protecting Yeshua. It's weird. The more and more I realize that I might be the only Christian. But here's the thing, going back to Hillary. Even if Hillary does hate me, she'll love my wife. So I'll probably get some sort of pass. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you, Joe. I stand alone. Yeah. I'm the chosen one. Probably. Yeshua. Oh, Yahshua. Yahshua. Thank you. Yahshua. I can't even say his name right. I'm still learning. I'm an infant chosen one. Yahshua. 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 I can win anyone over in 10 minutes. I believe it. Isn't that cool? What a great power you have, Joe. Yahshua. I was baptized as a baby. I should ask my mom just to be sure about that. Will, no rep you. Savvy, it's not a bad thing. Rich said for Hillary, everyone starts at the bottom and has to earn their way up. Yeah, but I've interacted with her back in the day, like a lot. I don't think I ever worked my way off the bottom. I think I was at the bottom and I went deeper. Me and Rich had a bumpy ride. We've had a fun relationship. Our relationship hasn't been all fucking what's that called? Roses, candies and roses, or roses and candy. I love Sevon's mom. Yeah, she's good. She's awesome. Yeshua. How's the baby, Allie? How's the baby? Mormons don't practice baptism for babies. They believe in the age of accountability and want people to consent, understand the choice they're making. We really need Haley show, if only so I can see her because I miss her. Hell no. I'm not letting my wife on the show. She's better just as a mystery.
again. So I'm like, all right, why not overdo it again? So,
But I'm very, I love Rich. I'm very comfortable with Rich. Like very, 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 very. I get like, you know when you come home and like you open the door and you see your dog or like your new bike or I don't know, you see something you like in your house. That's how I feel like about Rich. Like my kids get excited when I see him. Like just now, even with him on the screen, I get a little excited. Hey Sevon, would you get Dents on a Kill Taylor show? Dude, I would fucking I think Jenny should be on like all the update shows and all that. I think she's game too. She's so game. She wants to like integrate any way fucking possible. She's a top A fucking rock star contributor to the channel, and she's like made herself a cornerstone of the channel. There's no reason that she hasn't been on Kill Taylor or an update show other than I'm just a creature of habit. Sebi, did you ever have phone sex with Haley? No, I have not. I haven't had phone sex with anyone. I never filmed anyone having sex. I never did phone sex. I'm just a regular sex dude. Like just fuck on the couch kind of guy. Rich was super nice in person. Smells good. Oh no, seems like a cool dude. I like that he has conviction even if I disagree with some of it. Yeah, he's dope. Rich stinks of values. He reeks of values. It's so awesome. Same Sevi, all that shit is awkward. Yeah. No OnlyFans, never done OnlyFans. I watched one thing on OnlyFans. Whitney Cummings, my wife sent it to me. Whitney Cummings stand-up comedy thing. It's so fucking good. You didn't have to pay for it. It was free. It was so good. I was actually blown away on how good it is. She was so fucking funny. She got huge fake hammers. Don't talk about my village feeders. Is that code for hammers, giant hammers? Village feeders. God, I hope that's a reference to tits. Yeah, Jenny's out of this world. Okay, back to Bryson. Don't steal the show from Bryson's masterpiece. Look at that. JR and Rich. Menage a trois. Anyone? Menage a trois with Rich and trapped on an island with Rich and JR.
I saw you and Darren. We did 3 sets or 3 rounds of 10 ring, 10 bar for time. Yeah. Yeah, it was stupid. So we'll see what happens.
Did you hear what he said?
What?
I just said
Say that into the camera, dude, and put it on his.
I said he's got as many excuses as Taylor.
Hey, hey, for sure.
Oh shit, they're ass pounding Rich a little bit.
Excuses all day.
What'd you roll at?
17.
I'm not doing that.
I've never seen Sam Demeester.
About average 17.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Why?
Because I'll explode. I'll get off the GHG and I'll stand at the pegboard.
It's a partner workout.
For
If you
15
explode,
seconds.
it's okay.
The PM5 rower. I don't know if we can set intervals on there.
I didn't give it to him.
No.
Take it from him.
Did Rich have hair on his back?
Dude, I can see your pick so much.
That would make me feel so much better about myself if Rich has some hair on his back. A little fucking furry carpet on his back.
Zoom in on that. And I made him laugh. I said, JR, I was like, dude, I can see your dick so much right there when you go back.
Dude, Angelo's too. I saw yours.
Wait, these shorts, they're not, there's not enough, there's not that much protection. You like that? How is it?
Oh, poor
Hey.
Angelo.
You're printing hard, dude.
I'll have to fluff.
I just learned that term, printing. Do you guys know that term, printing? That's when someone could see the outline of your penis in your... Do women print? Is that called printing too? Stamping? Printing?
Every round. Rich will be too. I don't know, dude.
All right, this is going to be good. I'm excited. So that'll be up for members only. Sign up now. I could probably make it live now. I wonder if that's I should probably ask Souza. Visibility, members only. CEO or higher. I could make it for the shitty members too. Should I make it for like the low level members? Schedule it. Oh, I don't need to schedule it. I can just. Oh shit. Members only. Public. Oh, members only. Shit, I keep screwing this up. I think that's it. I think I just publish it. I think that's it. It's done. Eligible members with notifications turned on will be notified. And now I'll ask Souza. That's fine. Start downloading it now in case he said no. We need like some sort of release. Oh, Bryson, you should make some reels from it. Shit. Should have told him that. Should have 10 views by this weekend. Mason, you're very supportive of the podcast and all the hard work I put in. I really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you. You're a good dude. You're really kind. I've already made $12 on this show today.
You reach Matt, leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as
That
I
should
can.
cover the 2 gallons of gas I put in my fucking car today. Asshole. I should make behind the scenes episode 1. By the way, someone told me, I don't want to say who, but someone told me who I was really, really surprised to hear this from this person. They said behind the scenes episode 2 is the best piece of CrossFit content they've ever seen. I heard a lot of people say it was really good. That's the one Patrick Rios put together. It has 6 episodes. It's behind the paywall too. That one's not behind the paywall, except that one's behind the paywall for political reasons. That one, at some point, all that shit will become free. So I asked Hiller if Binge Bros is done. Listen to this, Grant. And he said yes. And then it made me realize that I need to have my own movie show. And I need to pick some fucking crazy time to do it. Like every Saturday night at 10 p.m. And then I just say what we're going to watch the next week. And we just watch movies. And then talk about the movie afterwards. I'm pretty obsessive compulsive. If I set my mind to it, I think I'll do it every week. So, David, when you write stuff like no one cares, you have to tell me what you're talking about. Like, write, no one cares about your movie show, or no one cares if you go topless, Standy, or, shit like that. Like, just like, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about, dude. The chat doesn't work like that. And you've been in it long enough that you should know. And then Standy says, that's right, David. Now it's 2 fucking wasted comments. It fucks up the whole pacing of the show, and it makes it so I can't use you like a fucking whore that you are. Do you own an affiliate? Do you have a personal training program you'd like to put online and monetize it? Oh, I'm going to make a new kids program, by the way. I'm going to put it on Wodify. And this one, the last one, I worked my ass off not to have any equipment in it, like minimal equipment. This one, I don't even give a fuck. I'm going to just show you how I train my kids every single day and why they're just absolutely complete savages. But I'm going to put it on Wodify. You too can put content on Wodify too. And if you use that QR code, you'll save $400. Actually, I think to put content on it, if you just want to put a training program up, let's say Grant wanted to put the Brian Friend Frisbee training program up on Wodify, he could do it for free and charge people like $1 for it or $50 for it. I'm going to put up 50 workouts for my kid that I do with my kids. I'm going to charge $50 for it. I already have one over at SugarWad. But yesterday, Susan was showing me how Wodify works. It's fucking awesome. And I have some shit I have to contribute. And if you're an affiliate owner and you need to manage your money and your athletes and all that shit, you use Wodify. I don't know how that works. I used to program, Joe Ellis, I used to program online. I used to program online programs for clients through an affiliate. I like to think I got pretty good at it. I made a movement library, a lot of work. Yeah, filming, it's a lot of work, but punching it in is like pretty tedious. I respect anyone who does that. But anyway, he was showing me the Wodify user interface, and it looks pretty easy. I just need to shoot the videos and do it. It'll be programmed for kids, 7 to 12 years old. Front tuck for time for Joe Ellis. Solid. How do I haven't seen how does David get along with Joe? Casey Saunders, one-stop programming and billing. We've used it for 5 years. Yeah, Wodify is dope. I think they've been around forever. I think Suze's gym is on it now. Joe is cool. Yes, crazy cool, right? It's weird. It's weird though to think how cool Joe is, even though the New York Times did an article on Joe. I hate the New York Times. Hate's a little strong, but Wodify is great, but expensive. Yeah, but with that QR code, you get $400 off. Oh, time code. 152. Suzu told me anytime I talk about Wodify to mark the time code so he can send it to him so it shows that I'm actually talking about them. 152. 152-ish. When I go, does it look like I have big hands or little tiny grommet hands? What do my hands look like? Judge my hands. Oh my God, that fingernail. My hands look I think my hands look way bigger on camera and nicer on camera than they do in person. Like if you saw them in person, you'd be like, geez Louise. You touch your wife with those? Small hands? If I shake someone's hand whose hand is smaller than mine, I trip. I do trip. I'm like, wow, that's a fucking tiny hand. In case you didn't know, I work out. In case you didn't know. Paper Street Coffee, Barry McCockner. MD is for splitting open blunts. MD. Middle digit. Oh, the pinky nails for splitting open, like slicing open a blunt. No, not the nail. Oh. Paper Street Coffee. Every pound of coffee comes with a blunt splitter. Yo, what's up, Gabe? Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Chilling. Just I forgot that we're getting rid of those three roasts in like 2 days. So I'm like, wait, hold on.
Oh yeah,
I've
been telling people that if they subscribe to it, they can still keep getting those roasts. Is that true?
Yeah. We're just trying to give people a little less option to make it easier to purchase product, because sometimes when there's like a lot of options, people get overwhelmed.
Hey, so you'll still, if you're still gonna make those, and you're so let's say subscribe to those, I'll still get it for the next 5 years that I'm a subscriber. But
Yeah, in theory. So we still want to buy the coffee from the producer. Yes, Jake, we can wrestle. I still want to buy the coffee from the producer. It's just I want to give them other options to make other things. So then that way, basically, we're just buying from micro lots. So let's say you have your farm, you have a garden, and 1 year you're making one particular type of crop. And if you constantly make that same crop, what's going to happen to like the soil, right? It's going to mess it up. It's going to steal nutrients. It's going to eventually become dead. Now what we're doing is kind of giving them an option, like, hey, be more creative, give us something more unique that only we can get. And that's what we're trying to do with 1 or 2 new roasts. Nothing crazy.
Maybe I'll order 10 subscriptions to those 3 coffees, and then I'll resell them on my site for double the price.
Boy, you can probably sell them for like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
People sell the same coffee that I get, like the same region. You can get it from the same region, from the same farm. You can get it but just different variations. They sell it for like $36, $42.
Wow.
Like it's crazy. And people complain about my margins, or me charging people so much.
Hey, are you going to Syndicate?
It landed every month. I go down to Nashville to make sure things are taken care of at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it lands like perfectly on my trip. I wouldn't go out of my way to go to Syndicate, but because it lands right there and it's only a few hours away, I'll go hang out with Travis for a little bit, help him at the booth.
Cool, and hang out with me. I'll be there.
I know you're busy, man. I heard you say the other day like how you hope that everyone's like on the same page with you. Yeah. I know how stressful that is. Like, especially because we do the same thing. I know how that's like. Super stressful.
I'll give you I'll give you a camera. You can help.
I do it if you need it. I'm there just to support everyone that weekend. I'm not there as Paper Street. I'm just there as Gabe the spectator. I'm there to help out. Whatever you need, I'll do it. I'm the type of person that just, if you give me a camera and you point me in one direction, I'll just go.
Hey,
I won't even ask to get in.
Hey, you want to? Do you know Wilson Pock?
No, I don't, man. And I was able to listen a little bit of that interview. Yeah, I really, really want to. Travis has spoken so good about him. And like the fact that he does all this for CrossFit and still pays for his level 3, like that for me is crazy. You have bro. Can we talk about people asking for free shit all the time?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And it's like, Toe Space just came out with shoes, right?
No, serious?
Dude, so amazing shoes. Really, I just got them like 2 days ago and I've been using them to work out. Amazing, super wide toe box. They run big. So if you're listening to this, I'm normally a 10, 100% they run big. Even my wife, her shoes, they run big. So I bought them just off the site. I just went online. I bought them. I know Mick, the owner of the company, and he emails me like an hour later, like, Gabe, like, you should have just told me. I would have given you something. Like, I would just send you the shoes. I was like,
I
dude,
don't
that's not
see
how it
them.
works.
I
I want
don't
to
see
support
them.
your brand.
I don't see them.
No, it's called New Norm, NUNORM, I think. New Norm.
Why don't they? Why don't
Nice.
they sell them on their Toastmaster site?
I think it's just like a different. I don't know. I guess it's just different. NUNORM.
New
New
Norm
Norm.
shoes. Oh yeah, they look.
They're
nice.
really, really dope.
Holy shit!
They're super dope.
Hey, they look like the Savage ones.
Oh man, should I say it? Fuck. I got hurt using the Savage ones. The sole, the heel was a little too cushiony. I was doing some heavy deadlifts,
Yeah.
and like at like 405, I pulled and I felt my heel sink
Oh,
and just messed my
interesting.
knee up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
these
but
look like
that's just
these look like real fucking minimalist shoes.
they are. They're like, I haven't had a pair of these since, like, you know how Innovate used to have those super minimalistic shoes that everyone wore
Yeah.
back in the day?
Yeah.
These are super light. I love them. Like, super wide toe box, enough arch support. My fat ass has a fucking torn meniscus, so like, every time I do burpees, my arch hurts like a motherfucker. No problem with these.
I wonder why they don't have a top. They don't have a top view of the shoe. Isn't that a trip?
I'll be honest with you, they look 100 times better in person than they do on the website or any pictures that they've posted on their socials. In person, they look fucking just like crazy, super, super good. But yeah, that's what I was saying.
Tell
Like,
the
I'm
guy
gonna
if
go
he wants to sell 500 pairs of these to contact me.
Okay. I'll reach out to Mick. He's a good dude.
Yeah, if he wants to sell 500 pairs, we could sell him 500 pairs.
1000%. I know, dude, they're amazing. They're 100% amazing. But that's the thing. Like, if I'm trying to support a brand, I'll purchase it. Even Travis's shit, right? Like, I'll buy it. And if you want to give me something, you can give me something, but that's on you. I'm not asking for anything for free. And when people ask for, like, hey, Gabe, you know, where's my coffee? Yo, can I try that? Can I try that blend before it comes out, or can I try that roast before it comes out? I'm like, yeah, all my subscribers, if you subscribe to Paper Street Coffee, I'll send out random shit every once in a while. You could do that. Even poor Travis gets it. Everyone gets it. Even the ball thingies. Nick from what's that called?
Even David's mom gets it. Oh yeah, Holy Balls gets it. Hey, this, by the way, so Wilson came up with this idea. If you buy this shirt here from Vindicate, you should buy two. But if you buy this shirt here from Vindicate, they will at some point during the event, they're going to call everyone down onto the stage who's wearing one of those shirts, and we're going to do a giant group photo.
Dude, those shirts are like, I love the shirt. The shirt looks super, super dope. Christian Cutler, I would say Strike Movements are good. I have the same ones. I have the Haze. I used to use them all the time to work out before I got these new norms. The Haze Trainer, whatever it was. They run super, super small, and they're not as flexible. Like, it's just different. Like, the material is just very, very different. So I love Strike Movement. They were exactly what I used to wear before the new norm, but the new norms just automatically just like jump to the top spot. Like, and I use all the shoes. Like, I had to return Metcons, and I know I'm sucking them off right now, but it's a good product. I like it.
Okay.
No, Rambler, we're not using rads.
Rads.
My rads disintegrated in like
get whatever
30 minutes.
shoes you want. Fuck it. But those do look like toe boxes. Hey, this is what I was gonna say. These Vindicate shirts run a little large too. I haven't washed mine yet, but usually this shirt right here is a large, and it's from Vindicate, and like I can feel my nipples through it. This yellow one's a large, and I couldn't.
I mean, all his shirts fit perfectly that I've gotten. I can't wait to go out there and just be peddling shirts for him. I told him I'm gonna try to get him at least like $5,000 in sales a day. Just me personally.
Sabir and Kelly, Gabe gave us free coffee each day at Wadapalooza. That's because you traveled so far, travel tax. We felt badly when we realized that was what was happening, very unexpected and generous. No, don't feel bad. Gabe's a good dude.
No, don't. It's if I'm doing something, it's because I know you're good people. So like, if you ask for free shit, you're not gonna get free shit. If I just know you're a good dude, I'm gonna go out of my way to just be like, all right, cool. Like, here's a little something for the support. And I've known that you supported, plus they came from so fucking far away to just hang out and take pictures and just be good people.
Merit-based kindness.
Exactly. Fucking amazing. You know that, so the other day you were looking at Herd's website, and one of the models that they use, her name's Amanda. She owns a nutrition company, a nutrition store. So she buys a bunch of our cans. She came yesterday and she did a little interview there at the Paper Street Coffee shop.
Oh, the girl with the amazing hair.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Mary Mansour from Toastmasters. Now that I think about it, they could be sisters.
I guess like maybe the same-ish region. She's kind of Italian, I'm pretty sure, and Mary is like Iranian, so like maybe kind of.
Yeah, they both look Iranian.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where you make the trip out to the shop from New York, and of course you're gonna get treated well. Of course you're gonna get free coffee. Of course you're gonna get free pastries. There's some people that I pay, through just being affiliated with Paper Street Coffee, that pull up to the city and do like they can give two fucks about Gabe. They give two fucks about visiting the coffee shop. They're in Nashville. They give two fucks about visiting the coffee shop. And I see them just fucking just everywhere. I'm like, dude, I pay your bills. Like I legit pay your bills.
Do you know the owner of Herd?
John? Yeah. We speak weekly pretty much.
Oh, he sent me. I got this email from him 5 days ago. I guess it's just a mass email, but it basically was saying that the belts have a lead time of 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
And I just skimmed over it, but I guess maybe I was wrong. I thought he was sending it to me because he thought I talked shit on my podcast, but maybe not. Maybe he just sent this to everyone. Because I'm patient. I by no means do I mean to talk shit. I'm so excited for my belt. I've never owned a belt.
Yeah.
I bought a belt once and it didn't fit me. It was too tight, so I never wore it. So excited to try a belt. Have you ever worn a belt?
He made 2 Paper Street belts. I've never tried it because I've never, again, I don't ask for it. He's always been like, hey man, just stop by and get one, or let me bring.
Have you ever
one.
worn a weightlifting belt though?
Oh yeah, of course. I lift heavy weight, unlike some people.
Oh yeah, I've never worn one.
So it just depends, like, right? Like if your max is, I would say, a comfortable like 225 on a back squat, maybe it's not the best thing. But then once you start getting to stupid numbers, it's like, okay, maybe you do need to wear something because you could hurt yourself, whether it's knee sleeves.
Some dudes just wear a weight belt when they're in the yard gardening.
Do you do that?
No. I've never worn a weight.
Oh, okay. I was about to call you a pussy.
No.
Yeah, like pussies, basically. I know those people. Yeah,
I think my dad does that.
Oh, damn it. I feel horrible now. But no, don't wear. Like, that's the thing. Like, you wear the belt as a crutch, right? Because you were lacking in something.
Yeah.
So that's always true. And when I used to coach, it always used to be that. Like, hey, sleeves, wrist wraps, all that stuff, those are just crutches. Like, let's work on whatever the issue is. And then once we start getting to like the 90%, then let's go ahead and let's add those crutches to help you get that 1 rep max PR, right? But like, don't be wearing a belt through a whole workout. Like, let's work on building the capacity at that high level, at that high weight, so you're not always relying on the belt. Because what's going to happen when you're out in the real world and you don't have a belt? You're like, well, hold on, let me not pick up this person that fell, or let me not pick up my baby until I go grab my belt. Fuck that.
Just pick up your baby. 405, no belt, no shoes, no sleeves. Oh, 405, no belt, no sleeves. Barry McCockner. He's probably talking about deadlift. He's probably talking about deadlifting.
No, I mean, if you got it, you got it. I'm pretty comfortable that I could probably do that. No sleeves, no belt. Probably just maybe not even warmed up. I could probably do that as well. But it's not about can you do it. It's like, all right, cool. Afterwards, are you going to feel the repercussions? Are you going to be able to are you going to fuck something up? So use the belt, Use the bell for that.
Holy shit. I just looked at Andrew Hiller's Instagram account last week, and it had 99,000 Instagram followers. Now he has 101. Someone check and see if Andrew's buying followers. Wouldn't that be awesome?
You just check by the comments and the likes. You're able to know right away.
All right. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Here's pouring some into the gullet. Paper Street Coffee.
Please head to the website, subscribe. The new roasts are going to come out very, very soon. We're just kind of taking it slow, making sure we're able to get everything. We have the coffee. We're just trying to make sure that everything comes out appropriately and we get it to people before to test it out.
Do you have a release date for the new blends?
I mean, in theory, they're going to release the 1st.
Okay.
So, but
May 1st? May 1st?
People that subscribe, yeah, people that subscribe are going to get the roasts before they come out. Plus, we have a new tea that's coming out as well.
What's a tea or teak?
Tea. Yeah, so
okay.
A new drink, a tea. Yeah, that's coming out. We actually, because Alexis, she doesn't drink coffee. She drinks more tea because, again, she's like, with her gut health, we basically said, hey, Alexis, like, what do you think about this particular tea? Let's try it out.
Oh,
Tell us if there's
Alexis
any gut issues. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Tell me if there's any gut issues. Like, I sent her a whole bunch, and we finally narrowed one down that doesn't upset her stomach, because she loves like our organic ginger turmeric tea that everyone should get when they're sick. She loves that and drinks that religiously. Is that my website?
Yeah.
I have that on the website? Oh shit. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, so we're coming out with a tea and 2 new coffees. So we do have Rambler, we have matcha.
Wait, what tea does
The
Alexis
matcha
drink?
It's not up yet. It's not up yet.
Oh.
It's really, really cool. You're gonna get one before anyone gets one, but it's really, really cool. She came up with the design. She came up with the mantra of it. So just kind of like, helping her have another like creative avenue other than just like the health and fitness. Because at the end of the day, man, like, health and fitness is not the biggest part of who they are. I hope not. Some people are fucking assholes. But yeah, you'll get some before that. And if you subscribe, you're gonna get the tea. You're gonna get samples of the tea. You're gonna get a bunch of other shit. Just subscribe. It's not that crazy, and we'll never increase prices. So if coffee gets hit by some stupid tariffs, like everyone and their mom is saying tariffs, I'm like, dude, that's not how it works. If the prices increase, your price will never increase for the life of the subscription.
Okay. You the man, buddy.
Yep. I'll
Love
talk
you.
to you guys.
Love you.
Bye. Yep.
Shit. I wonder if one of my boys is injured. Got a text from my wife. Joe Ellis, I don't use knee pads. All right, fine. I don't use knee pads. Will do. What if you walked in the house and your wife was wearing knee pads? Is that a good sign? Okay. No, I use knee pads. Oh. My bad. Didn't mean to pigeonhole you. I got a text Souza 152. Doesn't Joe bang chicks? That's what I remember. I think that's his preferred. He prefers. I think "bi girls" was the exact word, exact phrase. Bi girls, bi-girls. CrossFit, who are you? Who uses the word arbitrage? Yesterday you mentioned Tony Budding. Who are you? Arbitrage is a financial strategy that involves simultaneously buying and selling an asset in different markets to capitalize on the price differences. The goal is to make a risk-free profit by exploiting these price discrepancies. You guys are assholes, by the way. No one knows about the 34 felonies. I was fucking schooling you motherfuckers this morning. No one knows that. Everyone thinks it's 90% of you didn't know that. Try to tell me everyone knows. Grandpa Birchfield, everyone knows. No one knows shit. More people know that you have a fucking 225 max back squat, Birch, than know that 34 felonies were all for the same fucking crime. Just that he fucking made it in the payments, 3 simple payments of $19.99 a month. Oh, BS. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You don't see that very often from Mr. Birchfield. You don't see that. Fiery this morning. You must have got a good batch of the Paper Street coffee. Jake Chapman. I normally can't stand these questions. I think they're so fucking stupid. Not yours, Jake, but when people will be like, would you rather fight a 34-pound dog or 34 dog? Or I hate that shit. Like, shut the fuck up. What are you, 5? There's like YouTube channels like that my kids watch. Well, that I don't let them watch. If I see them watching that shit, I turn that shit off. Would you rather this or that? What are you, fucking 4? But this is a great question, Mr. Jake. Mr. Jake Chapman. This is a great question. What's worse, a wife cheating on you? Hi.
Yes.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
All right. Yes, good.
What's worse? I have 2 questions for you, actually, or a question and a comment. What's worse, a wife cheating on you by sleeping once with 34 different men or with the same man 34 times?
The 34 different men.
Yeah, it's fucking easy, right? Yeah. Hey, you want to hear what's crazy? Mark?
No, it's Pedro. I'm Pedro Moss.
Oh, Pedro Moss. Pedro, you know what's crazy? I've had a lot of friends who sound like you, who have the same affect as you, same accent, same cadence of speech. Not in a long time, but I used to in my 20s have a bunch of friends who sounded like you. And someone the other day on the show accused you of being drunk. And I was so like, what a fucking idiot. That means that they just don't know a lot of people. How limited is their world that they thought you were drunk just because they haven't heard anyone with your affect?
No, I do it on purpose. So people don't think I'm that smart.
That's good. You're definitely not a black guy. I can tell. You're not a black guy. You're an Asian guy.
No. No. So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was calling about the size. I called with the Psy, the Grim Reaper.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. The Psy. Spell Psy for me.
Yeah.
SYE or CY? How do you spell Psy?
Scythe. SCYTHE.
Oh, yeah,
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you're smarter than me. You're smarter than me. You got it right. Yeah. The scythe. Yep. I see a scythe. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one like last year, and I got 2 piles of compost.
Okay.
I cut the grass. I cut the grass with the scythe, and I got like 10 bags of compost. So it's like a lot of exercise, and you get like $100 worth of compost or something like that.
Hey, do you have the scythe that has those 2 like sticks sticking out of the side, or do you just hold it like a pole?
Yep.
You do have the one with the 2 sticks sticking out? Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never noticed that on a scythe. That's interesting.
And anti-Semitic gardener, he got one. He's gonna get one.
Who's anti-Semitic?
He said on the show.
Oh.
The anti-Semitic gardener.
Hey, where did you get yours, and how much was it?
It was like $50.
Does Home Depot sell
an
those?
Antique shop. No, antique shop.
Oh, an antique. Okay. Did you sharpen the blade?
Yeah, I have a stone, guys. I got 2 stones. I sharpen it with.
I wonder if Etsy. I wonder if Etsy sells scythes. Do you know the website Etsy?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you spend very much time on the internet?
Maybe. Yeah, I lost my job. Yeah, so I spend a lot of time on the internet.
Do you have an do you ever watch OnlyFans?
No, I don't go there.
Yeah, me neither. It's a waste of money. But I was doing there was a girl on there that made $43 million last year, and she said one of her donors gave her $4.7 million. She says she pretends to be the guy's boyfriend just through like chatting and texting and stuff. Which is crazy. I want to pretend. I want to pretend to be someone's boyfriend and get paid $4.6 million.
You can pretend to be a CIA agent.
Maybe I am a CIA agent.
Yeah, maybe you are.
Hey, you said you started listening to the show because I had the flat earther guy on?
Yeah.
Are you a flat earther? You believe the earth is flat? You know it's flat?
Yeah, it's flat, yeah. You got to go over the ice wall. I can make you, like an architect. I've been trained like an architect.
Yeah.
I can make you a ship that'll float over the ice wall. All you got to do is times you like, you got to make a big balloon. You ever see the kid that flew away on the pallet with the balloons?
Sorry. Hold on. Hold on one second. Mike McCaskey, Sevi pretends to be Gabe's best friend for sponsor money.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. Hey, do you do any accents?
Well, I can do Yogi the Bear, but I don't think I can do it right now.
Boo boo bear, boo 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 boo.
Yogi the Bear.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember right now.
Boo 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 bear. Do you know what it means to be triggered?
Yeah.
Tell me. I want to hear your definition of it.
Well, if you say something, or if you say it in a certain way, and you direct it at somebody, so they get offended, and you do it on purpose. You can do it on purpose, or you can do it by accident.
Yeah. So triggered is when you get offended, but you blame someone else for it.
Yeah.
Instead of realizing it's just you who got offended, that you had the power over being offended. Triggered is when you blame other people, I think.
Yeah.
You triggered me, and then you give away all your power.
Yeah. So you ever heard about Alex Jones?
Yeah, I know about Alex Jones.
Yeah, I tell him all the secrets.
Really? Yours primary source?
Yeah. I tell him what to do.
Can you tell?
I figure out a way. I figure out a way how to talk to him.
And how's that? Through the internet?
Yeah, no, I sent him like a letter or so, and I told him to make colloidal silver. I took a picture of the stuff I was making, the colloidal silver. You get 4 9-volt batteries, you put them together, and you hook it up to to two silver wires and put in the water.
Yeah.
And put the distilled water in there and leave it for 8 hours.
And you drink the water?
And you drink it a little bit.
Hmm.
You put a little bit, like a half a shot, quarter shot under your tongue. And then you can spit it out. That's the safest way.
Mike McCaskey, your wife pretends to love you when really she just loves the taste of shit that's on your dick from fucking your little boys. You cunt. Okay, sorry. I had to get that off my chest. That wasn't directed at you, Pedro.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a good PSA. That was a good PSA for colloidal silver. Isn't colloidal mean like to fuck? Isn't fucking
colloidal.
Okay, spell it for me.
COLLODAL silver. I don't know, something like that. Colloidal.
Colloidal silver. I'll just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Colloidal. COLLOIDAL. Colloidal silver. Colloidal.
Yeah. That's how I got rid of my COVID.
Oh, that's good. All right, Pedro, thank you for calling. Always nice to hear you. I'm gonna go work in the garden now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ground.
Yeah,
my
get a side. Get a side.
Okay, I don't think I'll end up hurting myself if I have one of those. I actually was thinking about it from listening to you talk, but I'm afraid I'll hurt myself.
Okay.
All right. Love you, buddy. Bye. Oof. There's a gain on this microphone. When I blow into the mic, I can hear it turn down. That's weird. I don't know if I want a gain on my microphone. Automatic gain. My goodness. Dents fucked Brian up on her latest episode. I just saw a text roll in. A bunch of people have been sending me. Is BSI fighting with CrossFit Health? What the fuck's going on over there? Are they fighting? That would be weird, right? It would be like two of Greg's kids fighting. Greg created CrossFit, and then now the new company's fighting with the old company. That'd be some weird shit. It's the CF Health post on Spin. Oh, where is that? Spin makes CF Health. What? I thought Spin just did Instagram. I thought Spin just did CrossFit Game stuff. He's like all CrossFit. He's everything now. What do I know? Barbell Spin. Where is it? Over a year into its official existence, CrossFit Medical Society is poised to redefine how we think about preventative care, health access, and the role of the affiliate population wellness. The barbellspin.com for the full article. Grassroots Health Revolution, how the CrossFit Medical Society is transforming community healthcare. Healthcare is not sick care. I've heard Greg talk about that. Advocacy, not obstruction. That's nice. I like that. People over profits. Oh, is this it? Connor Thompson writes, This article is factually so incorrect. Jen wasn't even around during the CrossFit Health days because if she was, she'd be aware it was so much more than storytelling. Pathetic. Oh. I don't hear it. I haven't read the article, but I don't know what it says about storytelling. Oh, shit. Cool story, bro. Wild coming from an author. You'd think she'd recognize a personal perspective when she reads one. Not everything needs to fit your narrative to be valid. Oh, so this guy's saying that, I guess the article is a personal perspective. And Karen Thompson wrote the book Sugar Free Revolution. It's a great book. Yowzers. Nice photos. So this guy's saying that as an author, she would think that she would understand the perspective. Then Tyler Watkins says the ability to speak does not make one intelligent. Oh, that's a dig at Miss Thompson. I see, Karen, you are with BSI. I thought you guys weren't competing with CrossFit. This comes across defensive like someone who is competing with we're not competing with CrossFit at all. My sadness comes from calling CrossFit Health a storytelling effort. This undermines so many of the incredible experts we partner with in health, research, and medicine. This is not about me. This is about discounting the role of incredible humans truly fighting for change. I don't like that they are being dismissed. I hope you can see where I'm coming from. This is not a competition. We should all fight for health, fitness, community. Just don't undermine what came before. God, I need to read the article now. I think narratives are important. I think everything is a story. Science is storytelling. Yeah, I think I agree with Tyler. Read Oliver Sacks. Humans understand through story. That's Jordan Peterson's entire idea. CrossFitters come to the gym because of stories they have heard. The games, docs, stories to bring people to the gym is your argument. It's just like the story of like how cancer. There was one story about how cancer's the origins of cancer, and then there's another story. In which one do you want to believe? Which one gives you the best predictive value of how to avoid getting cancer? Right? Those would be stories. Your argument is about as solid as a rotten log. You definitely have an agenda and weren't very good at hiding it. How did you put it? Oh yeah, pathetic. You are harping on one word and missing the entire point for ego. Your comment tells me a lot about your thought process and what drives you, so it's very telling. It's not going to get into an argument with you because you don't want to see my side, and I appreciate that your loyalty won't allow you to see it. That's okay. You also have no understanding of science, as it is definitely not about storytelling. I think maybe I disagree with that. If you don't, you got to tell stories. That's the best way that Greg conveys stuff when he talks about the difference between. He tells the story. Greg tells the story about how they move the how they would fuck with cancer cells. If you take a healthy, I think the story was this. You take the nucleus from a cell that has cancer and you put it into a healthy cell and the cancer doesn't transfer. But if you take the mitochondria from a cancer cell and put it into a healthy cell, that cell will get cancer. And that's storytelling. So, and it's a powerful story because it lets you know that, hey, it's not the origins of it aren't and can't be transferred through the nucleus of a cell. Text also just realized your wife wrote this article and maybe that's why you're sensitive. My comment isn't aimed at her at all. Definitely aimed at her, Miss Thompson. Oh, pathetic. A quote from Sean Carroll: "Science is not just about discovering facts; it's about telling stories that explain the facts." CrossFit Health exposed what's possible. Stories of chronic disease reversed through fitness. The CrossFit Medical Society is making it practical, bringing that vision into healthcare system. There's no need to throw stones at people fighting on the same side. Karen Thompson: "No, it didn't at all. That's why this is factually incorrect. I'm honestly only trying to point out that this info isn't correct, and I understand where this may be coming from, as I don't remember you being around during the 2016-2022 either. So easy to not understand what I'm trying to say. Also, no stone throwing. Not sure where you're getting this, but when you called it pathetic, that was the stone. Just trying to help you understand the timeline and what it was about, as you got it wrong. Not sure if you're a writer or journalist, but if the latter, then facts should matter. You called someone pathetic, stone throwing. Everyone is Team CrossFit here. Put your ego aside." The people think storytelling is a critical part of science and then quote Jordan Peterson as a resource. No point arguing with someone who doesn't even have the language to understand this issue, not to say that they are also not willing to understand. I have no fucking idea what you just said. Thank you. This comment is gold. What do you mean? He didn't fucking say anything. Maybe these people don't know what storytelling is. Maybe that's the problem. If you don't tell a story with the numbers, you won't make any sense of them. If you don't tell a story with the data, you won't be able to make any sense of the data. You have to tell a story, beginning, middle, and end. I think that's the problem. I think maybe Miss Thompson and this Menti mucus guy doesn't understand what storytelling is. Thank you. This comment is gold. I love Jordan Peterson, but psychology is the furthest thing from science. And I don't think you can pigeonhole Jordan Peterson as just a psychologist because he has a degree in psychology. His whole thing around pronouns was a pure logic. It was philosophy. He's more of a philosopher. Which ironically is at the crux of what Greg is doing. Greg is more interested in the philosophy of science than science. He like in the underpinnings of what is science and logic. He's called a clinical psychologist, yeah, and I'm called a podcaster. It's like it's almost disparaging to say that. Appreciate your comment and support so much. Just wanted them to get the article factually correct, and then they started throwing all this random stuff. Well, Karan, all you have to do is tell us what wasn't correct. You're right, and there's no point of continuing this communication with him. I appreciate you. You wrote, this article is factually incorrect. Well, in the time that it took you to write that, all you had to do was say what was factually incorrect. That's it. You're like, hey, that part where they said that there were 10 people in the study, it was actually 20. That's it. That's all you had to do. No one even, no, I mean, fuck, I don't even know what you're talking about. Even if I read the article, how would I know? All you're saying is that since someone wasn't around in those days, they don't have the facts correct. That doesn't even make any sense. No one was around when Yeshua was around, and yet there's fucking 100 million people in this country that think that they know what happened. What a fucking mess. Another realm channel. I could use a team of clinical psychologists. Fair enough. No, caller, let's clear it up. No, thank you. I mean, I love Karan Thompson. I'd call her, but I'm not interested. That's it. I'm just a podcaster. I just weigh in superficially. That's it. That's all I do. All right. Science and scientific method don't need stories. Yeah, but the scientists who make sense of the information, they do need stories. They do need stories. A matter of fact, the scientific method is a story. Maybe you guys don't know what the definition of a story is. Tell me something that doesn't have a story with it. That's comprehensible. Comprehensible. A bungalow. I already have a story about a bungalow in my head. As soon as I hear bungalow. Jordan Peterson's podcast on Mark Carney was unreal and terrifying. If the idiots up here vote for him. There was this thing that Greg said during COVID that I thought was pretty fucking spot on, that the scientists shouldn't be making any of the decisions. This is, I don't know. I don't know if it's a non sequitur, but it's a little off topic. They shouldn't be making any decisions. Their role is to give us the information, to do the fucking experiments, to give us the fucking data, to help us to understand what the predictive value is of something. What are the chances you will get COVID? What are the chances you'll die of COVID? What are the chances you'll transmit COVID? What is COVID even fucking real? They're supposed to just give us that information, and then we get to determine what risks we're willing to take. It's like getting into a car. You get to determine. You have all the data you need. They tell you the story. They let you know that the main thoroughfare in your town after 10 p.m., 30% of the people on the road are drunk. That's the story. That's the science. Same thing. And then you get to decide whether you want to get in your car and drive. I have COVID now. You wouldn't even know if you have COVID. How the fuck would you even know? They don't even have a fucking test for COVID. They don't even have a consistent form of diagnosis for COVID. You wouldn't even know. I thought my sound was broken. That was a long pause. A story, Sevon shitting in the back of a van. Yes. The data was van, shitting, toilet, kids, Batman mask. Or was it Iron Man mask? Vomit. But none of it makes sense if you don't tell a story. None of it. None of it can be made sense of. Until I tell you that I took a shit in the van with the windows up. And my kid warned me he was going to throw up, and I ignored him. And the vomit came out of the little hole on his Batman mask. All right. Love you guys. Wow. 2 hours and 41 minutes. Great show. I will see you guys. What is today? Wednesday? I think I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh boy.